Hello, everyone. This one that I'm going to talk about now, it's I don't even know how to describe it because there must be something about someone having so much self-hate that you know what is good for you and you deliberately don't do it. Okay, maybe all of us have that to some extent. For example, I love to eat sweet things. I have a sweet tooth, chocolate, whatever. I know it's not good for my health. I keep eating those things, and then healthy food that you should be eating to maintain your weight, you don't eat them. Maybe probably I could understand things like that. But when you deliberately, deny yourself the basic things in life, impoverish yourself, put yourself down just because you don't you don't want yourself or like yourself. It beats my mind, honestly. It does. But for you to understand what I'm saying, it seems Arewa, right, wants Peter Obi's competence, but they don't want his leadership. How does that work? Listen to this. Let me read this out for you. This is a tweet from a handle that calls itself Arewa Twitter Connect. It said at Arewa Connect. It's normally like pro-northern kind of handle, which is normal. I mean, every region should be able to promote themselves and everything. There's really nothing wrong in that. It says, to be sincere, Peter Obi is doing what the president should be doing. He has been visiting and attending several occasions. Most of other politicians enter this pause. I don't know what that means. After election, or they are on pause after election and resurface after 4 years. But Peter is still active. We need strong opposition like him and order in every government. So this is the thing about Nigeria. We know what we're supposed to do, but we don't do it. And at the end of the day, we sit down and we're praying to God to do it. So Peter Obi is that, you're seeing it. You're seeing what competence can be, what character can be, what capacity can be. But then when it comes to voting, you now begin to remember religion, you begin to remember ethnicity, you begin to remember all sorts of things why you shouldn't. And that's why for me, like whenever I see people who say to me that, oh, Nigeria needs a miracle, I say no. God gives us this miracle every 4 years. God gives us the opportunity to be able to make a choice. God has given us our brains to use, but when the time comes to make those choices, we actually refuse to make the choices that are going to be beneficial to the we make the wrong choices, and then we stay and keep praying to God. It's just like if I carry myself now and go and see a train coming and go and sit down on the train track and I start praying to God to save me. That train will pieces me, and that's it. Everybody will forget I ever existed, because God gave me a brain to be able to know that I shouldn't sit there. It's not to do something wrong. And the Hausa people have a saying for that. They call it ganganchi. There's something they call in Islam that is called qadara, fate, something that is predestined. There's nothing you can do about it. It happens to you. It's like somebody waking up, or maybe you have this disease, or it happened. There's nothing you could have done, to have prevent that. But then there's also something called ganganchi. When the Hausa people talk about ganganchi, something that you deliberately on your own sought to happen to you, and then you begin to say that, oh, it's God that made it happen. No, it wasn't God that made it happen. It's not fate. It's not predestined. Those were based on the choices that you made. And as human beings, we actually make our own choices, and these choices are what we now have to live by the consequences of these choices. Another tweet, of course, this is from some guy who is on Twitter. I don't even want to. I'm just going to read the tweet, not even talk about the person that this is. And he says, Peter Obi is busy going from one state to another for lip service while the country's economy is falling apart. Take a pause there. Peter Obi, right now, isn't he sworn in president? But yet, Peter Obi is the one he's blaming for the economy, that Peter Obi is going from place to place. What was he supposed to do? Sit down in one place and not move to place to place? But you see how convenient it is for us to always shift our blame and blame other people. And so he says, if he has any good ideas on how to tackle this issue, I'm sure that he's talking about the economy issue. Now is the time to share them with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so Nigerians can know he has what it takes. So this particular handle wants Mr. Peter Obi to share these ideas with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is the same person that says, oh, Peter Obi can never be president. Oh, he will never vote for an Igbo person. He will never this, that. But he wants the idea. So if you don't want this person as president, or you will not vote for an Igbo person, you don't want an Igbo person to be your president, why do you want the ideas? Why do you want the ideas? You should also know what the ideas. My people have a saying, meaning that thing that you forbid, that you don't eat, you don't use your teeth to share it. I don't eat pork. I'm not going to see you and say, oh, bring this pork, let me help you people to divide it for you people and share. No, you don't do that. So if you don't want him, why do you want his ideas? So you don't want his leadership. He shouldn't bet. He should be there and get to give you the ideas to do what you want to do. And at the end of the day, you will not be saying that, oh, you're praying to God for miracles. God will not do for us what he has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. Every 4 years, God gives us the capacity to do, to do the right thing and also to do the needful. But there was something quite funny here where this guy replied him, and he said, and he replied, he said, how will you feel when someone stole your phone and call you with another number asking you to send the password of the phone he or she stole from you? How will you feel about that? So that's the question that this particular person is asking. So how do you feel about it? You just sit down and elections have been rigged, and then, oh, come and do it. But the thing also, and which is where I would say it's this particular handle is trying to be what's the word? Is it disingenuous, or being economical with the truth, in the sense that constantly, and I think I've done a video to this effect, to say whenever Mr. Peter Obi brings out the problems that are there, he always adds the solution. He always puts in the things that are supposed to be done. When he talks about the economy, he always puts it there. So these are public statements that he has made. But trust Nigerians, they're always holding the person who is not the person putting them in problem responsible and accountable, because people are too afraid to hold those that are in office, that are destroying their lives, accountable. So they would rather hold other people accountable, so that no matter the number of times you give the solutions, no matter the number of times you're saying these are the things that are supposed to be done, these are what you should do, the way Mr. Peter Obi has been saying, they don't say it. They don't want to say it. They won't call him busybody, they will insult him, they call him all sorts of names, because they are more focused in ensuring that, oh, they continue to what's the word that I'm looking at, to praise the people that are actually destroying their future. So that's the sad thing about Nigeria. But hey, we'll continue to see. After all, the suffering is not just for one person. I mean, they were telling us that we are going to cry after election, but I think probably they didn't realize that the crying is going to go around. Everybody is going to cry. That a bad governance. I saw a tweet where somebody say bad governance is like cancer. It affects every cell. If you leave it, it goes everywhere and it destroys the whole body. There's no one person who is free. I mean, there's no one person who is going to be crying while others are laughing or whatever. Even the ones that are laughing, they are very small in number, and they too will also have certain things, tears. Like earlier we saw, someone that had been gifted 10 million naira, but the thing is that 10 million naira would have given him about $13,000 just a year ago, but today it's just going to give him about $6,000. So we are all suffering. Everyone is suffering, and that's how this thing continues to go when people don't get it. But anyway, let me laugh small. They want Peter Obi's competence, but they don't want their leadership. Oh shit! Thank you so much for watching. Please remember, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you.